Hello, it is Foundation Friday, October 22nd, 2021. Steve Sipress here. Another gorgeous sunset taking place behind me. As usual, you can't really see the pinks and purples and orange in the iPhone. There's a little of it. Another gorgeous sunset here in sunny southern Arizona. Let's get right to another in our multi-part series on the fantastic book, The Magic of Thinking Big by Dr. David J. Schwartz. We're into Chapter 5, How to Think Creatively. And, well, he says at the beginning here that for some illogical reason, only science, engineering, art, writing get tabbed as about the only truly creative pursuits. Most people associate creative thinking with things like the discovery of electricity, or the polio vaccine, or the writing of a novel, or the development of color television. Remember, this book written about 50, 60 years ago. Certainly accomplishments like these are evidence of creative thinking. Each forward step made in the conquest of space is a result of creative thinking, lots of it, but creative thinking is not reserved for certain occupations, nor is it restricted to super intelligent people. Therefore, what is creative thinking? Here are a few examples that Dr. Schwartz gives. A low-income family comes up with a plan to send their kid to a leading university. That's creative thinking. A family turns the street's most undesirable lot into the neighborhood beauty spot. That's creative thinking. A minister develops a plan that doubles his Sunday evening attendance. That's creative thinking. Figure out ways to simplify record keeping, accounting solutions, legal solutions. These are examples of creative thinking in business. Figuring out how to sell the impossible prospect, keeping children occupied constructively. All kinds of things take creative thinking. So I don't want you to poo-poo, Dr. Schwartz doesn't either, the term creative thinking. It is of prime importance for success in business and in life. You want to figure out how to make your employees really like their work. You want to prevent some kind of quarrel or revolt among your employees. All of these are examples of practical, everyday creative thinking, which is simply finding new and improved ways to do something. The rewards of all types of success, home, work, community, all hinge on finding ways to do things better. So we, as business owners, need to find out what we can do to develop and strengthen our own creative thinking ability. And here's where it starts. Step 1, believe it can be done. Now we get to the title of the book, The Magic of Thinking Big. Here's a basic truth. To do anything, we must first believe it can be done. Believing something can be done sets the mind in motion to find a way to do it. Dr. Schwartz gives some examples and then concludes with each of you, as he said to this group, each of you, I guess the example is he asked for a solution to a problem, and all the students came up with why it couldn't be done, and then how the problem is, how bad it is, and how it's impossible to solve, and doesn't make any sense that you're asked to solve this. And he told the class, each of you's come up with lots of reasons why we can't do such and such, but will you do me a favor? Will you try extra hard for a few minutes to believe that we can do it? And that's the kind of self-talk that we need to have as business owners and leaders, is stop thinking it can't be done and, oh, well, and, but these are the rules and the government says this and the way the economy is and the day of the week and my industry, this and that, and in my area and with my customers, my employees, my business is different. This is the way it is. Can't be changed, Steve. Like, stop all that thinking and start thinking. It starts with believing. Just suspend your disbelief for a short time and say, okay, I'm pretty sure it can't be done. But let's just be ridiculous and think for a few minutes, what if it could be done? How would we do it? That, according to Dr. Schwartz, is the magic that unleashes your creative problem-solving thinking. So, when you believe, your mind will find ways to do. And this proves a point. When you believe something is impossible, your mind goes to work for you to prove why. But when you really believe something can be done, your mind goes to work for you and helps you to find the ways to do it. Believing something can be done paves the way for creative solutions. Believing something can't be done is destructive thinking. This point applies to all situations, little and big. The political leaders who do not genuinely believe permanent world peace can be established will fail because their minds are closed to creative ways to bring about peace. The economists who believe business depressions are inevitable will never develop creative ways to beat the business cycle. In a similar fashion, you can find ways to like a person if you believe you can. You can discover solutions to problems if you believe you can. Belief releases creative powers. Disbelief puts the brakes on. Believe, and you'll start thinking constructively. Your mind will create a way if you let it. And that is how we open the chapter on how to think creatively. We'll continue there next Foundation Friday in our multi-part series on this fantastic foundational book by Dr. David Trey Schwartz, The Magic of Thinking Big. As always, I highly recommend you get yourself a copy and you read it over and over and over, as I have read this many times through the years. That'll do it for today. As the sun sets gorgeously in the west, I bid you adieu. Have a fantastic start to your weekend, and catch me back here tomorrow on Social Media Saturday for some tips on how to grow your business, make more money using social media. Catch you then. Over and out. Bye-bye.